I'm Mason Wall, and I'm here with my partner Chase Sumner, and we're going to tell you how to build a potato cannon today. So here are some of the materials you might need. There's actually quite a few. Doesn't sound like it would be, but we got 2x4s and big bases of wood for when we go to build our stand. And with the stand, you're also going to need these. You don't need them, but they're pretty cool. These little office desk wheels. But one of the main things you're actually going to need, we're going to need PVC cement and then PVC primer. Otherwise, the pieces won't stay together correctly whenever you go to do it, and it'll probably blow up on you. The next thing that'll probably help is 2-part epoxy, which you mix. This is just Gorilla epoxy. And we also got JB Weld, which is more for metal and anything else you want it to go on. We got a razor blade, just for cutting stuff, and then we got Sharpies for when we go to measure, because you're going to have to cut and drill, obviously. And then the main component here is this igniter. Now this thing, couldn't find it at Menards or anything. I found it at Myers, of all places. But what it does is it makes a really big spark. Okay, and now it should jump, and I shocked myself. Yeah, it jumps. Oh gosh. And that'll make it, that'll cause the explosion, which obviously launches the potato. And we got nails and various screws. The screws are probably mainly going to be to hold the legs onto the actual base when we go to build the stand, because it's going to be kind of heavy. So we're going to put it on the stand, obviously. Now we got various bolts and nuts. For this one, the big one, main one, is going to be for the stand. And then we got the nuts and all for holding the actual bracket onto the gun. And then we got rubber washers, so then you can seal, because in order to put the bracket on, we're going to have to drill holes in the combustion chamber, which typically you don't want to put holes in it, but we're using those to seal it, so then we don't worry about the holes. And then we have nylon washers, which are used to allow movement still, so you can still move it up and down or side to side. And then you got a tape measure for measuring your pipe. And then we got various drill bits. You probably want some pretty big ones, like nice sized ones like this one. So then you can actually get the igniter into the pipe. But then the next thing, we got a bracket here, which I couldn't find a U-bracket. So what I did is I took a piece of flat steel, bent it, welded bolts in as support, and made it into a bracket and drilled some holes through it. See those and the one on the bottom. And then you're going to need various pieces of PVC. We got a 4-inch to 2-inch reducer here. Then we got a 4-inch to 4-inch coupler. And then a 4-inch plug, which screws on and off. And this is so that you can spray your fuel in here to actually set the gun off. And then the two, obviously, the most things you'll need. You need your actual barrel. We're going with a 5-feet piece of 2-inch PVC. And you'll need to cut it on the end later on, so then you can actually slide the potato in there. It'll cut the potato as you're pushing it in. And then we got a piece of 4-inch PVC, which is for the combustion chamber. And this is a 5-foot piece, because that's the smallest that came in. We don't need any bigger than that. But we're going to cut it down to 3 feet, because you just don't need all that. And then you can, if you need it or want it, use a Dremel and or a soldering iron to put different wires in and solder them together. If you want to be really extra about it, you can even make iron sights. That probably won't work. You're lucky there. That's all for the materials.
I am now going to cut the 4-inch PVC for the combustion chamber. It is going to be 3 feet. We're now cutting the tip of the barrel to make it a sharp edge for the potato to go in, so it's the correct diameter, so it's a snug fit. Now we're going to dry fit all of the pieces just to make sure they fit before we seal them with the cement. We're going to put the cap with the coupling onto the combustion chamber. the combustion chamber onto the reducer that changes it from 4 inches to 2 inches, and that onto our 5-foot barrel. So this is what the cannon looks like dry pitted. After sharpening the tip, we now drilled 2 holes in the reducer for the bolt that will go through and stop the potato. Mason is going to clean both surfaces to prepare it for the glue.
And then now you're going to glue both surfaces. Okay. And now you want to twist it all. Just going to try to push it off.
Next I'm going to prime and glue the cap and the coupling for the cannon. So I'm going to prime both surfaces. And now I'm going to glue both surfaces. Make sure it's a good seal. This is where we're going to be spraying the hairspray in for our fuel. While we are waiting for all of the glue for the parts to set up, we have done the electrical system. We have the JB Weld in here to hold the electrical system together, and inside you should be able to see a spark. And this is our cap for it. As you can see, the switch here, and on the inside it's all connected.
Okay, now I'm going to prime the barrel and the combustion chamber so that we can glue them together.
And I am going to glue the combustion chamber to the reducer to ensure the bond.
Now we're going to put it on and we're going to twist it until we can get our piece together. And you just got to hold it for a minute or two. Okay, so now we're going to complete the final step in building the actual cannon. First, I'm going to clean the outside of the pipe, or the combustion chamber pipe. And then I'm going to do the inside of the cap. Clean that. I'm going to take the glue and glue the outside of the combustion chamber. And then I'm going to do the same to the inside of the cap. And I'm going to take it and slide it on here real snug. then just push on it and hold it till it dries.
This is the final product. Now off to painting.
You start by spraying 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. Seal it up. Okay. And then you aim it. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Let me go.
Yep.